Yo. This PP dude. Oh my god. No pun intended. Oh, God's love. Oh my. Woo! Alright, you know what? Let me not full on rant. I'm fighting the urge not to full on just go on a 5-10 minute rant on this debacle. This dude is a debacle. He really is. And no. I'm going to make this chapter review as straightforward and as simple and as short as possible, because honestly, I want to get this shit out of my mind and out of the fucking way so I don't have to talk and think about this fucker any longer. And Kubo's bullshit. With this, first of all, in the chapter, apparently PP can streamline his attack. Like, he can make his attack, like, follow you, which is interesting. That was fascinating. And Byakuya is able to cut it. Now, that surprised me. So, since Byakuya was able to cut it, that means that it has, the attack itself has substance. It's like a reishi wave of some kind that can manipulate one's soul frequency or pattern to love PP. So, he's able to cut it, and that fascinated me. So, there is a difference in that hindsight between PP's powers and Zomari's powers. In that hindsight. But everything else is just fucking, it's the same, if you would. I mean, there's no reason for me not to believe that Zomari was able to take control over some of Byakuya's petals when he performed his Senbon Zakura Kageyoshi over Zomari. It's just that there were so many of them that he couldn't control all of them. So, Zomari could probably control Byakuya's sword, his Zanpakuto, in the same fashion as PP. It's just that PP was successful, and that's because the sword touched the wave. And that was intriguing, seeing the sword actually lunge at Byakuya, and Byakuya throwing the sword away. Like, he just threw it away, like, oh, fuck that. So, that was intriguing. And then Isagi pretty much is being controlled, and that's not changing. And it looks like we're not going to have a chance to actually see his Bankai, which is a real shame. Oh, at least at this point in time. Maybe because Kensei and Rose entered the fray, we're gonna be able to see his Bankai. Because maybe Kensei knocked out PP. I don't know. With that kick, I doubt it, but maybe he did, and therefore Hisagi can now control himself. Or because Hisagi did attack Byakuya, he feels guilty after everything's said and done. And then he uses his Bankai against another foe. But still, I gotta see this guy's Bankai. If Bleach ends and we don't see Hisagi's Bankai, I am a very unhappy camper. I am a very unhappy camper. Now, the next thing. We didn't even see McAllen and the Glun chick. Where are they? Don't know. I would have assumed that McAllen, since she was being controlled by PP, she would have fought against Byakuya too, but where she is now, no idea. I mean, I guess she knocked out the Glun girl, maybe, I don't know. I forget, because last chapter, she hit her really hard, obviously, and her arm hulked up. But after that, no idea what happened. Then, there's the fact that this guy's complete holy form is Kubo, fuck you. No, seriously. Like, just fuck you, dog. Fuck you. Alright? I'm sick and tired of that shit. Just fuck you. That's all I can say at this point in time. I've talked about it for too many times, for too long. Just fuck you. But, moving on. His holy form, he's able to, like, make these fucking, like, he spits out, like, hearts, and he can use out these hearts in some fashion. It's a very unimpressive complete holy form. Like, very few complete holy forms have actually been impressive. Like, have you noticed that? Like, Kirige, he was discussing, like, whoa, like epic. You have Masty Masculine, pretty damn good, no lie. Oh, well, Grammy didn't have one. Chengdu, they never showed it. Bambita's is okay. It's not like, it's impressive to a certain degree, but it's not like, whoa. Whereas Masty Masculine, he was like, whoa, like that fucking star beam, like fucking, whoa. And Kirige, able to absorb you, the Sclavarai, like the fucking jail thing that even had Ichigo in prison for like the longest time. If not, he had Quincy powers, he would have stayed there indefinitely. Whoa. But even Basby, his complete holy form with the weird like spear wings, not that cool, and he hasn't really showcased his maximum power. So we have to wait and see when it comes to Basby. Asnot, and this dude, he's a massive, because fuck him. It's a debacle. Like, oh, he's such a debacle. And then we get to the last part of the chapter, which threw me off. Big time. Massively. Did the fight between Gazelle and Mairi end? I mean, Gazelle, when we last saw them, well, when we last saw her, she was next to Bambita, and he was doing pretty good. And Mairi was having some torture session with Hitsugaya. So according to what we see in this episode, or in this chapter I should say, it looks like Nino and Luffy took care of Kensei and Rose. Or Mairi hopped in there and Mairi is controlling them through some other means. So Mairi has some kind of drug, and the drug is superseding the innate powers of Gazelle to control zombies. Or maybe it's good because Kensei and Rose, they had they had these weird facial marks on them. So something clearly happened. So I'm trying to figure out what happened. And what happened was off screen. So I'm intrigued by it, but I'm also pissed by it. Because I wanted Kubo to actually finish off that fight on screen. On panel. But no. We're getting some other shit. We're getting pee-pee. While this fight finishes off screen and now has a direct involvement with the current fight that we're in. And also, I don't know how Byakuya was able to not fall under the control of fucking PB. Is Byakuya that cool where, oh no, like fuck your love, dog. Fuck your love. Alright, I'm a cool character, alright? If I can take on, well, okay, if I should have died via my own Bankai, but I'm still alive because of plot purposes, then I'm not going to be controlled because of plot purposes. That, to me, I think is bullshit. If PP's power, I mean, the way he made it seem as if like his powers were, I don't think, like, you couldn't withstand his love. There we go. Let's keep it simple. But apparently, Byakuya can because he's just a badass. Like, yeah, I'm a badass. Or I don't love. Or I love only one thing. Like some shit like that. If you lack the emotion of love, then I can understand there being a weird loophole exemption. But we know that Byakuya doesn't lack love. In fact, because he had love, Asnot, with, in essence, an inverse power, PP, fear, was able to manipulate Byakuya into showing him several images, mental images of Rukia, like, eroding and decaying and dying. So Byakuya clearly loves Kubo. Hopefully, you can explain this in thorough detail. So, I'm done. The chapter, I have mixed feelings on, because there are so many fascinating things, but at the same time, there are parts where I'm like, fuck this. fuck this. Or, why are we skipping this part? Like, what's going on? Like, why wouldn't you show it? So, the chapter, I'm gonna leave with a no rating, because I have too many mixed feelings, and I'm just really pissed at Kubo, because Kubo is doing this shit again. He has the fucking star thing on his fucking skull, and like the wings that have eyes, and then the fucking goddamn Speedo. I'm like, dude, what? It's not even a Speedo. It's just, I don't know what the fuck it is, man. I don't know what the fuck it is. It's just stupid.